CJHS, home of the Streaks, Monday, November 9th. Hey, students, every single one of you, click that attendance link in one of your classes today, and every single day, whether you're meeting or not meeting, every single day, get that attendance link marked. As a matter of fact, as soon as you get off these announcements, get in there and mark that attendance. That way, you will be counted present, and you can have perfect attendance by doing that. With that, Mr. Hawkins, I'm going to kick it over to you.
Hey, Mr. Lincoln, I'm going to ask you just one question. How many times do the students have to click the attendance link per day?
Once per day. They're welcome to do it as many times as they want, but once per day.
Hey, thank you for making that clarification. I know that was a question some of our parents had and some of our students had, but thank you, Mr. Lingenfelder, for clearing that up. Hey, we've got a lot of birthdays to go over, but there was one that I feel bad that we forgot. This person had their birthday on election day, and that is Dakaya. So happy birthday, Dakaya. Hey, we had a lot of birthdays on Saturday, the 7th of November. We had Dakota, Mason, Gilberto, Nicole, and Mayana. So happy birthday to those students. And then on Sunday, we had two birthdays, Nevaeh and Daniel. So happy birthday to Nevaeh and Daniel. And then today's birthdays, here they are, the 9th of November, Emmeline and Brennan. So happy birthday. Back to you, Mr. Lingenfelder.
Thanks, Mr. Hawkins. I was thinking about you had a couple of questions about the attendance link. Parents and students, our phone number, 973-2002, or email me. If you have an idea of where we could put that link so that both parents and students have access to it, I'm all ears. I'll take those considerations, and I'll talk it over with Mr. Hawkins and the staff and see if there's some place we can place that link to make it really accessible. Also, speaking of us getting together, remember, parent-teacher conferences are right around the corner. Call that number, remember, 973-2002. Call, and either Mrs. Seveny or Mrs. Goldie will be happy to assist you in setting up the times for conferences. They are Tuesday and Thursday, November 17th and 19th, and they happen from 30 to 6:30. And so we're looking forward to having a real good turnout with those conferences. That's what I have, Mr. Hawkins.
Hey, thanks for talking about parent-teacher conferences. Those are a very important time for our students and also for our families and our teachers to create that necessary relationship that we need in a school setting. Hey, our fun facts for today. This thought of the day is something that we truly need to listen to, and we, especially with all that's going on at this time. And I really want us to think about this. But the thought of the day: to handle yourself, use your head. To handle others, use your heart. And if you think about it, that was actually said by a former First Lady, Eleanor Roosevelt. All right, so to handle yourself, use your head, and to handle others, use your heart. All right, the joke of the day: how do we know that the ocean is friendly? Mr. Lingenfelder, do you know how we know if the ocean is friendly?
I had the chance to visit my son in South Carolina, and when we went to the ocean, I remember standing in the waves. Get it, students? The ocean waves.
That's right. I tell you what, Mr. Lingenfelder, he is always on top of his game when it comes to these jokes. I can't put one past him. Hey, that's right. The ocean is friendly. It waves at us. All right, random fact of the day. Tigers have striped skin, not just striped fur. The stripes are like fingerprints, and no two tigers have the same pattern. All right, the journal entry idea: what is the hardest thing about being your age? Okay, think about how old you are. What is the hardest thing about being a 10-year-old, 11-year-old, a 12-year-old, a 13-year-old, or 14-year-old? What is the hardest thing? All right, and write that down. That's all I have. Mr. Lingenfelder, any closing thoughts?
I would like an email from some students with these thoughts, because here's what I've become aware of, is that as our stress level goes up, the likelihood of us responding emotionally also goes up. And so we have to recognize when our stress level is up. As our stress level goes up, our emotional level goes up, and then how we respond changes, which I think fits right into this week's Sweet 360 ideas. And so students, if you go through those lessons, I may not have hit the mark here. I may completely have missed this, but I may have hit it right on. I'm curious to hear from you. You can send me a short email, because both 7th and 8th grade talks about how we can take responsibility and things, and how we can work on our responsibility of what I do and say. And I think it fits right into our current stress level and how our emotions help guide our response. And so students, check out that Sweet 360 and see if I've hit the spot by emailing me, or say, Mr. Wolfhard, you're off. This is actually what we learned this week. Love to hear from you, students, because I became an educator because I care about you, and I hope you have a wonderful week.
Sounds great, Mr. Lingerfeller. Remember that thought of the day. To handle yourself, use your head. To handle others, use your heart. Hey, as always, it's a great day to be a streak.